So some people that are watching this particular clip are going to think that I'm on the bit of the crazy side. So if you do that, okay, I'm okay with it. And I would also say, hey, keep an open mind for this clip, because this one, if you get the actual depth of what it is really going to help you play at a higher level and communicate at a higher level with your team, family, whoever that may be in your particular business. And it's to do what we call doing a Wifle. And what a Wifle's all about, it stands for, it's an acronym, and it stands for what I feel like expressing. Okay, now I'll give you the background of the Wifle. Most people, if you think about some of the times in your life where you've got hot under the collar, you've got angry, or you've had something to say to someone, but you've kind of kept it in. All right, and for a lot of people, not all, but a lot of people will keep that bottled up over time. It could be a day, it could be a year. And eventually it comes up to the floodgates and, you know, all hell breaks loose. Now that can come out as a sort of a tantrum, or, you know, hey, stop doing that, or it can come out with a few old tears. Okay, now, and all these emotions are at play in any business, okay? And essentially this principle here is a platform for you to be able to, and your team, to be able to tell the truth to each other. Okay, I said something very important there, is that you can tell the truth to one another, and it's a platform for allowing to do that. History on the Wifle, it originates from the American Indians, all sitting around in their little old teepee, and when you've got the talking stick, no one else can talk. Okay, so there's a little bit of rigmarole, and this is where people start to think I'm a bit crazy, and that's okay if you come away from this clip and never do anything about it. Basically, if you've got a team, okay, it could be you and your wife, there's one team, or you could have 20 people on a management team. Doesn't matter how small or how big, but you really do need more than one person for this to work. Okay, 2 or more is the rules. Basically, you get together, and this is a great way to start a team meeting. Okay, to get everything on the table to start with. And there's a bit of protocol. So someone needs to kick it off, and you normally kick it off going around the circle so that people actually know when it's their turn, that they're not going to get surprised. Maybe the more reserved personality types they don't like getting surprised. So if people know that it's going to happen, and essentially you start off by saying to the person on your left or right, hey Bob, what do you feel like expressing? Okay, and they'll thank you. They've got to say, thanks Bruce, what I feel like expressing is, and then they put it in. Okay, and the Wifle, the rules of the Wifle are this, is that it can go for 1 minute, it can go for 1 second, or it can go for 20 minutes. Hopefully it won't be that long. But nonetheless, there's no real rules in terms of the time frame. And it allows the person to have the floor, okay? Now, I'll tell you, from many, many years of doing Wifles with clients and businesses all around the planet, is normally what comes up is initially people don't get into it. It's like, or they'll get a bit fluffy, all right? It'll be like, I had a great weekend, looking to the next weekend. So it's kind of a bit of a not real depth to the Wifle, all right? So essentially, they're actually not expressing what's really on their mind, because they had an argument with little old John over there last week, and, you know, probably should have said something but didn't do it. So they've bottled that up for another day, okay? That's kind of what normally happens. You finish the Wifle, so they've said what I feel like expressing. They inserted what was on their mind. And at the end they say, and that's what I feel like expressing. And whoever's in the Wifle, if there's 20 or 3 people, doesn't matter, everyone says, oh, thanks, Bob. And then Bob passes it on to the next one. Well, Mary, what do you feel like expressing around the table? Oh, thanks, Bob. What I feel like expressing, fill in what she feels like, and then you finish it up. So that's basically a Wifle in a nutshell, okay? I'll tell you, it is an amazing platform when people can actually say, you know what, I was really frustrated last week that we didn't get that order out, and, you know, to be honest, Bob, the owner, you know, we could have worked better as a team. Now, Bob, remember the rule from the American Indians, you cannot jump in and say, he can't say, oh, Mary, that's because you were da-da. No, he has to sit there and just hear what the whiffle is, okay? So you can't talk. You can laugh and giggle and snort, do whatever you want to do, but you can't speak over someone. So they have the floor, it's them, and that will allow them to express what's really on their mind, okay? I do this with my coaching clients every coaching session, just to get centered for what we're about to do. It's an amazing platform. My wife and I do this. For anyone that is out there that has got a spouse or a family member in their business, oh God, this is a great strategy, okay? My wife and I still whiffle to this very day, okay? So that we just are telling each other, you know, where we're at, what's on our mind, okay? It's a very, very cool strategy. I hope that you don't think I'm crazy and you actually do something on it. Whiffle, what I feel like expressing, it's going to really, really change your communication ability and get your team and yourself playing at a high level. I hope you do it.